Hey guys, it's me, Squish the Card Master, and you may be looking in the corner being like, oh my god, not again. I am doing a pan deck profile for the third time, but if you're watching this and you're new and you haven't watched my other pans, this is gonna look like the first time I've showed you this pan deck because, over a while with the dash packs and me just finding new cards for this version of pan that I made, I keep on editing it, so I'm just gonna delete everything before this, so this will look like the only pan deck profile because I don't want a bunch of just old pan, new pan, updated pan, non-updated pan. I don't really want that clogging up my YouTube channel, so I'm just gonna go with this is the final draft, final version of the deck. Really good. I went second place, and it's just really good. And it's pretty quirky because it's homebrew. So this is the leader. First card that you play gets 5k. If it's 20k or more, you get to draw one. And since this is Reboot Pan, you have a Hybrid Awaken of 4 less life. Or if you have 3 Z energy, then you go down to 6. Same effect as front side, give something a buff. Now you get a drawn swing, and you get to choose a Z battle card, and when energy goes to 2, and it gets 5k power for turn. Really good. You get to buff him up a lot. Speaking of the 2-cost Z battle card, here he is. I like to run just 2 of him. I don't really play more than 2. In fact, most of my games I just play 1. So this is Defender of Life. What he does is when he's played, you get to play a Saiyan from your drop under. This card gains barrier, so it's just not being touched because it has deflect, and then when it's played, it gets barrier, so not really being touched. He has barrier for the turn, so after the turn that you play him, he no longer has barrier. And if they have 4 more life, deal 1, so burn damage. Then you get to swing. Pay 1 energy. If you have 4 more energy, which you want to play him when you have 4, or else just there's kind of no point. And you put, if a Great Ape Son Goku, the aggressor card, is under this card, it gets 5k in dual attack. So you want him to be the first card that you play. So he gets, here, I have some dice. I'm going to show you how to make him buff on turn 4. Like, insanely buff. For no reason. So you play him. He's the first card that you played, so he gets 5k. And when you play him, you want to put a certain card under him, the Great Ape Goku the Aggressor. Here he is. I'll go into him later in the deck profile. When he's under, he gets, when the card on top of him attacks, minus something, 25k. And since you're giving him dual attack, it's just going to hit 2 things. And also when this card is under, the card on top of it gets 5k power. So since he's coming into play, you put that card from your drop under. Since he's under, the card on top gets 5k power. Boom, now you're at 2. Choose a Z battle card, gets plus 5k. Boom, higher. Pay 1, he gets 5k in dual attack. Boom. So now you have a 40k double strike dual attacker that wipes 2 things. Not ignoring barrier, sadly, but that would be way too busted. And also does burn damage. So burn 1, 40k double strike dual attacker. Really good. End games most of the time. Run 2 of him. Now you may be like, what is this guy doing here? Ignore all the text. He's literally just a blocker whenever I need him. If my opponent has good pressure cards, pay 1, Z energy, just play him out, it's blocker, whatever. Pan stuff for the deck. I'll go into the GT stuff later. GT trio. For Goku, since it's returned. Pay 1, burst 2, play him. When he attacks, you get to combo something 5k, Saiyan 5k from your drop area. And then, I know this is gonna take a while to explain, but same thing as him. You want to play, same thing as the battle card. You want to play him first. Gets the 5k, you get the draw because he's over 20. Same with the battle card. You're gonna attack. combo with something. So like here, combo with something from a drop. So he's essentially a 20k, and then pay 1 energy, he goes up 5k, draw and restand. So it's battle, so you're still gaining the 5k. So that is a 30k single striker, and you're restanding him. You get to attack again after that battle, and then combo something else. So 30k dual attacker for 2 energy. Really good. My throat gets really dry whenever I film these videos. Anyway. 4 Pan-Wisher of Miracles. When you combo a red battle card, you get to pay 1 and draw 1. Play this player. And you get to minus something 10k. Don't really play her that much. Mostly charge, but if you need to get rid of small things cheaply, just do it. 4 Great Ape Son Goku the Aggressor. I already went over these 2 skills, so just don't look at them. At the end of battle, when this guy is using a combo, if your opponent has 2 more energy, you get to play it. So free 15k body and draw if it's the first card that you play. Mostly you just want to play it on your opponent's turn, so you could get draws on your opponent's turn. Also, he is a evolve target, since he's a 4-cost Goku GT for, you guessed it, Dunkku. You go from mini dunk with his hands over his head to big dunk. This is really fun. I want to keep this chain in the deck because it's good in ends games. So basically, really simple. Auto. Any other card that you attack with, whenever you attack with a card, including himself, it's just when you attack with a card, he gets 5k. And once he reaches 40 or more, he gains triple strike. So he's going to deal 3 damage if he lands a hit. Maybe like, okay, what if they negate? 6 drop a Goku GT. You're going to pay another one, so essentially paying 2. After you buff him up as much as you can. Pay 1. Ruling is you still gain the power from the card that you evolve over. So you're still gaining however much the Dunkku had, and now you have triple flash. You get to draw 2, and you cannot EX evolve for the rest of the turn, so no spamming these guys out. He's a triple strike, and if this guy's power is at 40 more, which it should be, because you're adding all of the power from under him on top, and your opponent cannot activate counters when this guy's attacking. So however big he is, swing, triple strike, they cannot negate it. Just combo your whole hand, go crazy. And you can Z-Battle card, burn them for 1, then play him, and that's just game, because they're going to be at 3, whether they like it or not. Now, into the funky stuff. For Spaceship, you probably don't know what this does, but if you do, you can skip this. For your 4 more markers, so if you have this card in play already, and you just put it over, you get to draw 1 and buff something 5k, you can buff the Dunkku if you want. Plus 0, you place a Saiyan from your hand under, draw 1, and he gets some marker for how many cards under this, up to 3. So this guy's getting like 3 markers per turn. Insane. Unison doesn't really matter much, it's just the cards under it that do. If you can't find him, I have 3 of these guys. They search for 1-drop Unison. You get to place it under, and it gains a marker. So you get to buff your marker count, and you get to search for him. And if you can't find him, even with searching, you get a Saiyan 4 or less. If you want to, you can evolve on top of him, or you can just pay 1 and play it from under the Unison. Really good choice for this deck because auto when he's played, place a Saiyan from your hand under the Unison, draw 1 and gains a marker. Really good for this deck. I like the combination of GT Trio plus Pan, because you could swarm and they become big if they're the first card that you play. you want to play him first because he can become a 20k critical for 1 energy, which is scary for some decks like Gamma, because they don't really they like drawing because they're blue and defensive. If you have Thermite energy, play this guy from under Unison, or you can evolve for 2, but I wouldn't evolve unless they got rid of your Unison and it's the only trace that you have. When he attacks, you could take a Sand from your drop or hand and put it under your Unison. So this helps you recycle your guys if they die. So really good. Also minuses something 20k on play. Good removal. Dash back support coming in. I love this card. It is so good in this deck. Insanely good. So when this card, okay, so you want this or the Crit Goku to play your first play for the Unison attacks. I would recommend him over the Crit Goku. So play him right. A lot of text going on here. Play him. He's the first card that you play, so he gets a 5k boost. And when this card attacks, it gets another 5k boost. So already looking good with a 25k single for 1 energy. If it's 25k or more, which it's going to be if it's the first card they played, it gets double strike. Or if you want to, you can KO something 15k or less. I would not do that skill until the turns after, because you're not going to get to 25k like unless you play a certain card in the deck that I have, I'll show later, which I still wouldn't do because save it for Dunk 2 so you could buff him instead of this guy. So swing, 25k double strike for 1 energy. And then after that, you can kill something 15k, 20k after turns, because it's just when this card attacks against 5k. So you get the 5k buff when it attacks, and you could either KO something 15k, or you can, if it's 25k or more power, it can just double strike. Really good aggressive piece. Also, if you have Forma Energy, pay 2, and you could place the card that I'm about to show you, this guy, on top, which I wouldn't do, but if you need to, go for it. Just one of him, pay 3, play this guy from under Unison, just Spirit Boost 3, which you're good at more than 3 markers because he gets really high. You just board wipe, he's triple attack. You could add him from your hand under and give it a marker, your Unison. But yeah, he's just for decks to go wide to board wipe. Also triple attack if they're at 1 life, and you could just whirl them down. Really funny negate that goes with this deck. Difference of status. You have to Spirit Boost. I'm just saying, I thought you didn't, and I mean it didn't really mess me up. It's just the judge in my locals told me this. So you have to Spirit Boost to negate. It could be 1 marker, it could be as much as you want. So when you negate, it doesn't really negate the attack, but it should just kill the person that you're attacking with if it's not barrier. You get to minus it 5k, and then however many markers you remove from your Unison, you get to minus it another 5k. So since your Unison is get to like 12, basically everything is dead. It's gonna hit like every card in the game, including SCRs. You may be like, what is this guy? I have not seen him. Who is he? This is literally essentially Violet Rays, except before it got hit. And this card is tournament legal. It's not banned at all. So counterattack yet again, just like difference of status, it does not negate the attack. But if you have a red Unison card to play, which is gonna be your spaceship, they're not gonna touch it because it's just 12. Like, it's gonna be so high and it's already 15k. Nobody's just gonna have the amount of pressure unless you're going against Metacooler, but nobody plays that. Negate the attack. They cannot, no, not negate it, but counterattack. Your opponent cannot attack with cards 25k power or more for the turn, and then play him. He does not. It says 25k power for more, and then play his card. This card doesn't even need to touch the field to get the effect. It's just counterattack. Play him even if they want to counter play, which I don't even know why. It's a 1 cost. Why would you do that? It still gets the effect. It does not negate the attack though. If you know that they're gonna play something big, like if you're going against Gamma and you know that they're gonna play Cell that turn, do that on their leader swing. Do that basically on the first swing that they do. Do that and they're just not gonna play anything big. Negate the attack, you know, Unending Awakening, just 2 of it. Negate the attack, your leader gets 5k power for the duration of the turn. I may switch this out with Protector of the People. I might actually do that. Probably might, to be honest. But right now, I'm not gonna make an edit on it. Just, if you want to replace this Protector of the People, and it gets 5k per turn. The reason that I'm thinking not to is because it's a red energy. You could charge it. But I'm probably gonna replace it, if I'm being honest. 2 testing, just don't know what it does. Take a look at it, you could read. Super combos for the final cards of the deck. A bit weird. 2 Bulma out adventuring. And 2 Vegeta Proud Warrior. Okay, what this card does. Both you and your opponent's life have to add up to 8 or less life, and when you combo you get to draw 1. Earthling thing, playing a thing for free, not gonna come up unless you want to play Master Roshi for free, which I just wouldn't do because it doesn't get the effect because you're not negating. Just ignore that. Basically add up to 8 life and you get to draw 1. The activate main is what you want. You can, if you're going against somebody that has no removal or little to no, you could play this and it just sits there, giving a mono red battle card 5k power per turn. So you just continuously buff your guys if it sits there. And 2 of these guys, they save me. Like I always play them in the red decks, at least 2 of them. They're just really good. Combo, it plays out a blocker token. It's on combo, not at the end of battle. So you can combo with the blocker token, 15k combo if you want it to be. Or if you're playing defensively combo, you get a blocker token. Save you from an extra attack. Yeah, guys, that's it. Final pan, 2nd place. See ya.